Boo.
The Yankees appear to be pivoting away from Cody Bellinger. But is this just leverage? Or are talks really dead?
What are your thoughts when facing an opponent?
There is no opponent.
And why is that?
Because the word does not exist.
Good morning, Yankees universe, and welcome back to another episode of the Yankees Morning Brew on this Thursday, January 15, 2026. I'm your guy Hector, joined by the compañeros this morning. I got the fly guy, the Ace Avenue, and of course the lovely Grace Monroe. Grace and Ace, how y'all feeling?
Ooh, feeling good. I love January. I know January gets a bad rep. Everybody's hating on January. My birthday's in January. I love the kind of clean. Oh yeah, that's right. You're an Aquarius, right? I forgot, but now I'll never forget again. Yeah, I love the clean start. Uh, but Yankees are about to get started. Let's just say we made a move. The team has added. The team has officially added a new person, y'all. Can't wait to talk about it. Ace, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good as far as that new person. It is a new weather forecast for New
Oh,
York Yankees.
but
Bars.
So, and it's a good day for New York sports as the New York Giants as well decided to do something huge. So
the New York Giants.
Yeah.
So it's a good day for New York sports. Hopefully, it'll be a good week for the New York Yankees, and let's get it. Let's get it. Let's make it happen.
I just want to say Grace had no idea what I was doing, but Ace was dropping a sound. He was playing a noise. So that's that's what that reaction was, Grace. But I want to shout out the chat. One of the best chats that are out there. We're live on Instagram as well right now. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. We are on X. We are on Instagram. We are on whatever social media platform that you guys are finding us. If you guys can, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Throw your thoughts in the comment section down below when it comes to the Cody Bellinger conversation. Let's shout out the chat. Theo Nosebleed section is in the building. He was letting us know, TikTok.
No.
I need my cup of
we're
morning
on
brew.
TikTok. He was saying we're on the TikTok.
Oh, we're on the TikTok. That's what it is. Yeah. We're on the tickety talk. We're on the tickety talk. Shout out to Theo Nosebleed section. Our good friend Tina is in the building. Tina, how you doing? Miguel S is in the building. Miggy, how you doing? My man El Delulu, Yankee fan, is in the building. I was hanging out with my bro Delulu yesterday. Shout out to Delulu. Sometimes when you're in this content creating space, you meet real ones. Like I met Grace, that's the bestie. I met my guy Ace, that's familiar, and I got my guy Alex, who feels like a lost cousin. That when we linked up yesterday. So shout out to Delulu. My guy E is in the building from the Pinstripe Bugle. Another dope individual I linked up with and connected with. We're going to be doing a lot of good stuff this upcoming season. Be on the lookout for that. My guy Aiden Becker is in the building. Becker, how are you doing? Who else we got here? Stephen or Stephen B is in the building. Stephen, my man Froggy Fresh is in the building. Outside of Grace, there's only two people from Texas I love, Grace and my man Froggy Fresh, who is in the building. NES is in the building. And of course, I cannot forget my brother, the Ace Avenue, who is on stage. The link to his YouTube channel is in the description down below. I'm going to kick it over to you, Ace. Lead the conversation. When it comes to this Cody Bellinger situation, like Grace said, is the conversation dead, or are the Yankees using this as leverage?
I think they're using it as leverage at the end of the day because you're hearing reports a couple of days ago, right? Like they say it's like a bad relationship, right? Where you say you're over it, I want to move on, and then you get the "Hey, what you up to?" type text. Probably got that text from Scott Boras, like, "Hey, just checking in to see how you guys' day is going." They ain't doing nothing when it comes to that. Like, and thank you to Nosebleed for the gifted membership. Appreciate you, my guy. Our guy Delulu is the recipient of that one. Appreciate you. But you hear some reports earlier in the week from like Jack Curry and I'm talking about, oh, the Yankees are done. You know, we're gonna go ahead and move on. But yet they're still having conversations. So are they really moving on? No, I think they're just using it as leverage at this point.
I think until another team enters the chat, Boris better keep the Yankees in the loop because as far as I've heard, y'all, all, there are no other offers on the table. So it's pretty hard to negotiate when there's nobody else around. So yeah, it's definitely the "you up" text. I think that's a pretty funny analogy, Ace. But yeah, until another team comes in, then they don't need to up the offer. They don't need to change the offer. You know what I mean? Like, we have the best offer currently right now for Cody Bellinger.
Scott Boras is playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse. The Bregman conversation with the Boston Red Sox, Bregman felt, and this is according to the tea leaves, this is according to AJ Przinsky and Foul Territory and a lot of people who reported on this, Alex Bregman, he felt that the Red Sox, they disrespected him in their initial contract offer. Scott Boras came to them and told them, hey, we got another team that is willing to offer more. My guy Dev Fitch is in the building. Dev, I hope all is well. Shout out to you, my brother. Thank you for being a 1 month member to the channel, and everybody who is out there who are members to the channel. Thank you guys so much as we continue to grow, as we continue to bring you dope Yankee content. Whether you like the Yankees, the Mets, or whatever baseball team you want, you're welcome here to join the conversation. My guy Jacob Petruzzi is in the building. John the Beagle Dad. 1 second before I get back to my thought. Steph, send it to me on Facebook so I can pull it up. I don't have it. It couldn't download. So send it to me again if you can. The Mickey Mantle card so we can show it on screen. But no, Scott Boras is playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse. This is very reminiscent to last offseason with Pete Alonso, when the reports were that Pete Alonso, he had offers of $40 million per year. He had offers of 5-year, 6-year deals. And what did the Mets do? They said, okay, go ahead and accept that offer. He didn't. Scott Boras didn't. They had to come back to the table for a 1-year deal. And if you're a Yankee fan that is upset that Brian Cashman is not giving Cody Bellinger a 7-year deal, maybe we should be thanking God that you're not running the New York Yankees, that it is Brian Cashman. And one thing, keep on the back of your mind, the DJ LeMahieu contract did not age well. Remember that. Remember the DJ LeMahieu contract did not age well. I love Cody Bellinger. I think Cody Bellinger is amazing. His interactions on the field with fans, what he did for us being the second best bat in that lineup outside of Aaron Judge was phenomenal last year. That's what we need in the lineup. But for 30 million, for 35 or for 40 million a season, I think that's a little bit too steep. Richie Squires with the $10 super chat, helping us keep the lights on. He says, why bet against yourself? But Bregman's new contract doesn't help matters much and gives Boras better leg to stand on. I agree with you with that. But one thing, Bregman got a 5-year deal. If Bregman would have got a guaranteed 6 or 7-year deal, then there's a different conversation. Everybody got a 5-year deal. Nobody's getting more than 5 years.
I think it's an interesting trend we might be witnessing right now in baseball, where we're seeing higher AAVs for shorter term contracts. Like, for example, the crazy offer that is out right now, or I shouldn't say offer, but the rumor that the Mets have offered Kyle Tucker $50 million a year for a short-term deal. Teams are showing that they are willing to pay more to not be tied into a long-term agreement. And so I think it makes a little bit more, like we saw with the Red Sox and Bregman recently, like his last deal that he signed with the Red Sox was a short-term deal for a really high AAV. He ended up opting out of that and signing with the Cubs, obviously. But is this a trend that we're starting to see with teams where they just have a true aversion to the long-term deal and would rather pay a premium just to not be tied in too long?
Ace, do you have like a breaking news or an alert sound? Because my soundboard is in storage until I set up my new. So it's okay. That can work. So we have something from John Heyman. It's not like breaking news, but this is from 3 hours ago. John Heyman said, folks, folks involved say a deal for the number one free agent Kyle Tucker could come as soon as today. Ex-teammates guess he prefers Toronto over in a bigger market, and like spring near Tampa. Mets offered $50 million a year when it comes to their deal. Dodgers are used to winning. Anyone else is a major upset. So he prefers Toronto. It's a smaller market. And last time we was on the show, the one question that a lot of people have when it comes to Kyle Tucker is baseball your number one priority? How will you age when it comes to that contract in a big market?
Yeah. See, this is difficult. Like what Grace was saying, I agree as far as could baseball be going to the shorter term contracts? Because when you give these players that are in their 30s these long term contracts, how many times can you say it's actually worked out?
Right.
Aaron Judge?
Yeah.
Like,
5%
they don't
of the
age
time.
well.
It's rare.
They don't
yeah.
age well. Like and what Hector was saying with DJ LeMahieu with long-term contract, Aaron Hicks you could throw in that same conversation. Like when you re-up guys that aren't in their early 20s, like look at some of the contracts that have aged well, like the Ronald Acuna Juniors. Soto's at the end of the day. Soto, even though it was a lot of money, he's in his 20s. Like it's as simple as that. So like outside of Aaron Judge, some of these long-term contracts, I think when it comes to older players, just don't tend to work out.
Yeah, the high AAV for the short term seems like a trade-off that teams are willing to make at this point. Like what I was saying at the very, very end, I threw in Trent Grisham for a great example. $22 million a year for Trent Grisham for a 1-year deal, and the Yankees are looking at it and viewing it as a win because it's only 1 year. It's a 1-year risk. If it doesn't work out, no problem. It only costs them money. They have money. They don't care. They're willing to pay $22 million for 1 year of a somewhat risk in center field rather than signing him or another player for 6, 7, 8 years at a lower AAV. It's an interesting trend I'm kind of witnessing right now. Just
yeah. But
and I
see it from go ahead. No, go ahead, Heck.
No, I was going to say real quick. I seen people saying that the Yankees are shifting the gears towards a Kyle Tucker, right? So shout out to my guy E and the Pinstripe Bugle who says, would you guys want the Yankees to deal for Tucker? Short-term deal, Yankees based out of Tampa. If the Yankees, I think when it comes to the Yankees, their issue with Bellinger is not the AAV. It's not the AAV because the reported AAV is anywhere from like 30 to 32 million for Cody Bellinger. It's the years that the Yankees are worried about Cody Bellinger. And I think with Kyle Tucker, if you can get him on a 5 or 6 year deal, are the Yankees willing to pay him more than what they're paying Aaron Judge? I don't think that. And I don't think Judge would care if another player was to come in who's getting paid more than him as long as he gets a championship at the end of the day. But I don't think the Yankees view Kyle Tucker in the same realm as an Aaron Judge. It's not that many Aaron Judges that are out there. He's one of a few. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, right? Look at his resume right now. He is a Hall of Famer. But what I'm saying is that I don't think the Yankees are going to be willing to pay anybody more than Aaron Judge as a position player. And I think that's the reason why. That's one of the reasons why Juan Soto is not in a Yankee uniform.
But yeah, I agree. But in the same breath, Aaron Judge also took a discount to be here. Like he's severely underpaid. So he kind of gave us the hometown discount. So when it comes to that, like I think Aaron Judge would have, like if Soto would have been here, if he was making more, I don't think it would have affected him because Aaron Judge still the captain at the end of the day and all he cares about is winning. But Cody Bellinger to make almost as much doesn't really feel right in the baseball universe when it comes to that. Kyle Tucker, I could see that a little bit, but that's, when it comes to also on the flip side, what I was going to say too is players want that long-term security. So I see both sides of it as well, especially with the lockout looming. Like, are we really going to get security? Like with these short-term deals, you give a 2-year deal. Is a guy even going to play next year?
I think the Mets really messed up the Kyle Tucker short-term deal market by offering him $50 million a year. I think why would he take a short-term deal elsewhere to perhaps try to reset his market and re-enter free agency, right? When he's got a $50 million a year offer to do exactly that in a huge market for the New York Mets.
Yeah, and And when you look at the Cubs are the place right now. You've seen them; they spend money on Bregman. They're still in the mix when it comes to Kyle Tucker to a certain degree. The Cubs, they're the richest team in their division in the National League Central. Right? They need to realize that their fan base. Yes, they won a championship and finally broke that curse. But the Cubs, they have to spend money. Right? Just like every other team in baseball should be spending money to a degree. But when it comes to Kyle Tucker, and to I think somebody had put it in the chat. Jacob, heck, he wants 36 to 37 AAV. No. I agree with you, but I'm talking about the years. And like Ace said with Cody Bellinger, there has to be a number that the Yankees are just uncomfortable with. That if that's the number that Scott Boras and Cody Bellinger is sticking with, that the Yankees are comfortable walking away, knowing that they tried everything that they could to bring back Cody Bellinger under their terms. I wouldn't be. It's hard to say this because I want Cody Bellinger back with the New York Yankees. I think that's a priority. But what I'm saying is that if a team was to come in and offer Cody Bellinger $200 million over 6 years, would you guys be upset that the Yankees don't match?
Let me get my calculator.
That same thing, Grace.
Hold up.
We know damn sure we ain't mathematicians over here.
33.
33. You said 6,200. Heck, that's what you said.
6,200. Yeah, 6,200 or 7,230. If a team was to come in and offer him 6 or 7 years, and the Yankees turned that down,
I'm okay with that. Good job. Enjoy. Scott Boras, you got the most money for your client. Enjoy it. I still think I'm more deterred over the years more than I'm about the money, because money's fungible, and we talked about it all the time. After the 2028 season, the Yankees have next to nobody on the books. So it's the years that still scare me more than anything else. I think 5 is that sweet spot. 4 is where I'd go. They want 7. I feel like 5 is right there. Maybe 6 with some opt-outs, but that would make me extremely uncomfortable.
I would do 6, and I would not do 7. 7 is a non-starter for me. 6, I'm not happy about, but I might do it to get the deal done and call it a day. 7 is absolute no-go.
I would do it. I would do, one, that's going to be the question. Who blinks first? I would do something like, see how the Yankees did with Garrett Cole, that he had an opt-out, and if he didn't take the opt-out, he got that extra year at the end. I think the Yankees should try to be creative and offer that to Cody Bellinger. Offer him a 5-year deal with an opt-out after the 3rd year, and if he doesn't take the opt-out, it automatically guarantees a 6 year at the end of the contract. Like, give him an opt-out after that 3rd year. If he doesn't take the opt-out, then that 6 years automatically tagged on at the end of the contract.
Isn't it if the team doesn't take the opt-out?
No, if Cody, but like Garrett Cole, if Garrett Cole opted out of his contract, he didn't get that last year on the deal. So what happened?
But then they opted
was
back in. Yeah.
They opted back into it.
Some people think they opted in because they knew that he was a little banged up. So, but, I mean, that's here nor there. But I mean, the option could work. It's just the best deals that you make are where both sides feel uncomfortable and feel like they got screwed over. Those are the best trades, the best deals that you can make, where everybody feels like they gave up something. What are the Yankees willing to give up? And I really think it harks back to how this offseason panned out. I don't think the Yankees expected Trent Grisham to get 22. That's money that you could have allocated towards Cody Bellinger as well, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just at the point where what's frustrating me the most is the fact that you're not adding on, so that way when you do get Cody, if Cody Bellinger does return, is this team any better than it was last year, right? Like, you got to operate as if he's not going to be here and try to make this team better. Because what happens if he takes a deal somewhere else? What's the pivot? And especially if you're hearing, if we're believing what the tea leaves are saying, where Kyle Tucker could be signing soon, is Boras waiting for that? And then if Bellinger goes, like, let's say the Dodgers miss out on on Kyle Tucker, and decide to bring back Belly, which a lot of Dodger fans do want Belly back, what does that leave the Yankees? With Grisham in center field?
I want to shout out David Cohen
Grisham's
for
gonna be
this.
in center field.
Shout out to David Cohen for a couple super chats. He got the $9.99 super chat who said the Yankees have signed six players, international prospects, and major NFL breaking news. The Giants, they get their head coach, John Harbaugh. The Giants pulled out all the stops in order to get him. Yes, if you're a Giants fan like myself and Ace, you're excited for the signing of John Harbaugh with the New York Giants. And like David Coleman said again, with the $1.99 super chat, the Yankees front office can learn a little something, a little thing or two from the New York Giants. Absolutely. And if we keep on saying the Giants, Grace would get happy because she's a big Giants fan, right, Grace?
Yep.
I hate you.
Giant fans in Texas, we love them.
I love you so much. I was going to say, shout out the chat. We got 132 people who are in the building rocking out with us on YouTube. We're sitting at 40 people and on 19 likes. If you're on YouTube watching us, hit that like button. If you can drop the super chat, $1, $2, whatever you can, it goes a long way to helping support the team of the stream. Shout out to my good friend JV is in the building. Can't believe Tucker is being considered as the pivot move, which is a bit strange. But I don't think that ultimately, I think Cody Bellinger wants to come back and play with the New York Yankees. I think Cody Bellinger enjoyed his time with the Yankees. That moment he had with his father during Old Timers Day on the field with his father in the Yankee uniform and him in the Yankee uniform. You guys didn't see that because it wasn't shown on TV. But everybody who was working media who saw that said, like, yeah, he's going to come back to be a New York Yankee. If there was a team out there that was offering Cody Bellinger a 7-year contract for 38 or 40 million a season, I believe he would have signed that contract right now. I don't think this is an Alex Bregman situation where the Red Sox didn't believe that the Cubs had an offer out there. I do not believe in Scott Boras or John Heyman that there's a team out there that's offering Cody Bellinger 7 years for 40 million or 38 million AAV. I don't believe it.
I agree. I think the only thing that we possibly could have to watch is if Tucker doesn't go to the Mets, maybe the Mets could pivot then to Cody Bellinger. But as of right now, I don't see the Mets in on Belly. And like I told y'all in our text conversation, if the Dodgers wanted Belly, the Dodgers would have Belly. We would not even be having this conversation right now. It would already be done. The Dodgers would literally just go out and write him a check and it would be over. They have shown us over and over again that the players that they want, they get, and they don't mess around with negotiation. They don't even, there's no question. They get who they want. They've shown us that over the last few years. So if Belly was if Belly was wanted that badly by the Dodgers, he would be a Dodger right now. I do not believe that the Dodgers are super in on Cody Bellinger. So I would just keep an eye on Tucker. Maybe the Mets might pivot to him at some point. But as of right now, I agree. I think the Yankees have the best offer for Cody Bellinger, and that's why nothing's happening.
And I think that's why they're not bidding against themselves, because they've learned about that in the past. They bid against themselves with Trent Grisham earlier this year. They don't want to bid against themselves, especially with another Scott Boras client. I really think like Bellinger wants to be a Yankee. Boras probably knows that the Yankees are the best fit for him, but he's trying to milk every little thing out of that, right? That, what's the term? The squeeze the orange, whatever, get all the juice, whatever you call it. But that's what he's trying to basically do. Get every single thing that he possibly can. Yeah, I dropped that one. But yeah, it's yeah. So, but basically that's what it seems like. And which side is gonna blink first? Is it gonna be the Yankees? Is it gonna be Scott Boras? Is it going to be Cody Bellinger? At what point in time is Bellinger going to be like, enough is enough? We are less than a month away from pitchers and catchers reporting. And we've seen last year where Scott Boras clients reported late and all of a sudden they were dealing with early season injuries. Do we really want that to happen off of a guy that we offer $30-something million to? No. If you're going to do it, get his ass in there. What scares me is that the Yankees will blink first. Something like, I could see something like Aaron Judge, like, yo, come on, let's just get this done. Go ahead and make it happen. That's what would scare me the most.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't give in. I think all Yankees fans are united right now, pretty much, saying, that's ridiculous.
Yankees
We're not giving.
Boras.
Yes, I do think so.
And I don't know, man. Again, I know Scott Boras. And I've said this many times. I actually told this to him in person when I met him at the winter meetings. Scott Boras, when I was in high school, there was only 2 agents that you knew. It was Scott Boras, and what was that guy from the NFL? I forget his name. I forgot. It was some guy from the NFL that he was T.O.'s agent, but basically the same thing, but like with NFL players. He had like a whole special on ESPN and shit or whatever. But Scott Boras was a name that I knew when I was in high school. You ask all these young kids that are out there that are into the game of baseball, and you ask them, "Can you name me an agent?" They will tell you Scott Boras. And I understand he is the man that gets the deal. He has his hand in the Juan Soto contract and an historic contract. He has his hand in the Alex Rodriguez contract, another historic contract, both signed during the winter meetings at the same hotel, which is crazy in Dallas. But I think his trick is running out.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's running out of the pizzazz that was Scott Boras. I don't think it's hitting like it once did 10 years ago, because 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, Cody Bellinger would have got a 7-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Rosenhaus. Yes. Thank you, David. Drew Rosenhaus. Yes.
That's the problem with Scott Boras. All he cares about is Scott Boras. That's the problem. He doesn't really care at the end of the day what's the best thing for his client. That's my opinion, and I stand on business.
Hey,
I can't even believe it.
I can't even believe it.
Grace can't hear the yeah.
No, she can't. So before we jump into he dropped the John Heyman audio. Before we jump into the Ryan Weathers conversation, because the weather is changing in New York. I got this video from Stephen B. He sent it to me. This is on his YouTube channel. He's actually going to show that Mickey Mantle card.
Here's the Mickey Mantle card. I just don't want to.
It's an official tissue.
I love this thing too much.
Mickey Mantle card.
Very pristine condition. I don't.
And he got it from his uncle. So shout out to my guy Stephen B. I appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you like always. Now Grace is about to pull out the bankroll. She about to pull out her Mickey Mantle collection.
I think I have that one, but remember it's a replica. But when when I first got it, I was like, "Holy! Is this it?"
Let me see. Yes, that's the same exact. Yes, that's
Imagine
the same.
my excitement. I was like,
exact one.
"Oh my god!" And then I was like, it's a replica. Dang it. But yeah, that's awesome.
The news that broke the internet in Yankee land over the past 24, 48 hours is that the New York Yankees were able to acquire Ryan Weathers for 4 minor league prospects that nobody probably heard of. Dylan Lewis was, I think he was in the Yankees top 10. I think he was the Yankees 10th. He was the 8th best prospect in the Yankee system. The other ones were in the 20s. But when it comes to Ryan Weathers, he was the 7th pick in the draft when he was selected back in 2018. He was the headliner prospect that went over to Miami in the deal that brought San Diego Luis Ariz. He has a big arm, 100 miles per hour on the fastball. I'll let you guys go as the fire department goes behind me.
The sounds of New York City. I love to hear it. All you hear out here in Texas is like, "Mrrr." That's a cow, just in case anyone was like, what did Grace just have a stroke? Yeah,
it's like that little toy I have for my niece. Like, what does a cow say?
Does he go? Anyway, please don't make me moo again. All right, so we added Weathers, right? And a lot of people were, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people. The people who were disparaging this trade were assuming that this is all that we were going to add to the starting rotation. But beat writers have confirmed that that is not necessarily true. The Yankees supposedly are still in on Peralta, and they made a call about Valdez, which, Ace, I want you to go off. But they're still looking to acquire even more starting pitching. Now, right before this show started, I wrote down our possible rotation as of day 1 for the season. So not including Rodon, Cole, or Schmidt, which aren't going to be available on day 1. We've got, theoretically, Fried, Warren, Heel, Weathers and Schlittler in no particular order, okay? So we have, 5 solid starters right there. Then you're going to be adding back Rodon, Schmidt, and Cole to that with Elmer Cruz in AAA on the verge. And we also still have, I think, Clayton Beater in AAA as well. No, he's gone.
We got rid of him last year.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I was trying to find like a couple AAA pitchers that were like maybe going to be on the taxi squad. And so I put Cruz in there. Do you guys know of any other like taxi squad kind of eligible guys that would be like a AAA? AAA pitcher starter?
Elmer Rodriguez Cruz,
I got him.
ERC.
Yeah. Do you have
Depending
Ryan
on
Yarbrough
what
on that list?
happens,
What?
Ryan
Yarbrough on that
Yarbrough.
list?
Yarbrough. Thank you. Oh my God. Well, obviously he's not AAA, but yeah, Yarbrough.
Yeah.
I would say depending on what happens with Carlos
I can't believe I forgot my point.
LaGrange. Yeah.
LaGrange.
He's getting a lot of attention. Of attention. Like they've just released their top pitching prospects and he made number 10.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I actually think the Yankees could flip him. Like
Okay,
he's
so
getting
we
value,
have a
can
lot
flip
of
him.
pitchers. A lot.
Yeah.
And we
A lot of people
still
like
are
Hess.
out there making calls. Yeah, Hess. I thought Hess still?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah,
like
Ben
Hess.
Hess. Yeah, Ben. A lot of
Hess.
people like Ben Hess, the prospect Ben Hess.
They didn't trade him? It was
no.
just a talk.
Mm-mm.
It was just okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we have a lot of pitchers. So, are the Yankees kind of try to work some sort of trade from our pitching depth? Like, what's going to happen? The offseason is not over yet. We need to just wait and see what happens. A lot can change.
I'll let you go, Ace, first before I because I want to take a victory lap real quick when it comes to the conversation. But go ahead.
Oh, I got to hear this now. I mean, you know, the suspense is gonna be killing me. You don't want to go?
All right, okay, I'll go. All right, I'll go first. All right, I'll take the shout out to Frankie Bag of Donuts with the $5 super chat. If the Yankees are going to sign a player for 8 years at $200 million, it should be Kyle Tucker, not Bellinger. Shout out to Frankie Bag of the Donuts. Miguel S. The Yankees checked in on Valdez. Could we sign him? That's another name to keep out there. But like I said, I want to take a victory lap when it comes to this Freddie Peralta conversation, because now all of a sudden Freddie Peralta's name is circling in the Yankees circle. Now Freddie Peralta is a target for the New York Yankees. It's January 15th. On December 16th, literally almost a month ago, I was told by a little birdie, somebody that I appreciate so much, that Freddie Peralta and the New York Yankees, the conversation is heating up. So I went on Twitter, I went on X. Freddie Peralta to the Yankees trade rumors are heating up. What do you think would be a good return for Milwaukee that would make sense for both sides? 75,000 interactions. The amount of people adding me saying, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just making shit up just to get interactions on X. Literally that week, beat reporters came out with articles saying that the New York Yankees haven't even engaged into conversations when it comes to Freddie Peralta. A month later, now all of a sudden that changed. I just want to say, I never wanted to be that person to say I told you so. But I'm going to take my victory lap and say I fucking told you so. Just want to say.
I'm weak
Hector,
that someone said
you're not a
Caleb
liar.
Just want to say, I had, you know, what's crazy too with the Imai situation too. I had put it out there about the Japanese players also, and everybody's like, "Wow, we can't believe this motherfucker. He has no credibility." I'm gonna wait till Jack Curry says something, and when Jack Curry literally said the same shit, it was like he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He don't work for the Yankees. He just works for Yes. Sorry, I just wanted to gloat real quick.
I want Ace to go about Valdez. I know he has some things to say. How would you feel about us getting Valdez, Ace?
Oh yeah, because I woke up. Yeah.
What do you think about
our
that?
group
Great.
chat? You was you know.
Thank you. Next. That's what I would say. Like I'm good. Like, okay. Framber Valdez, right? Hard pass on Framber Valdez. As a former catcher, that shit that you pulled last year don't stand with me. I'm sorry. Like you, and for those that don't remember what happened last year,
tell
with
me
Trent
again.
Grisham, took him yard for a grand slam. He got
Agreed.
irritated with his catcher, the Texas boy Grisham. Then the very next pitch intentionally crossed up his catcher. For those that don't know what it is, I'm going to sit here and throw a curveball, but I'm going to throw a fastball as hard as you can. You don't know it's coming, and it made him look really bad. And you could have hurt the guy. Do you guys really want that type of player in New York City? Just imagine this scenario. Ball hit on the ground to shortstop. Volpe boots it. A run scores. Huge inning. You really think that guy's going to do well in New York? Like, hell no. I don't care that he's another lefty. I really don't. Me and my nephew were talking about this yesterday. With the amount of lefties the Yankees are acquiring, it is a little peculiar, but it shouldn't sway you one way. But a guy like Framber Valdez with that attitude that he has, you can't come over to New York doing that shit. Volpe be booting shit behind you. The New York Yankees fans will be booing the hell out of you. You really wanted him melting down on the big stage? I'm good. Hard pass for me.
Wasn't Volpe at bat during that? Was that
He
was
was.
that the time?
He was.
Because
He was.
I vaguely remember Volpe with the look on his face, like
And he looked.
he did. He was like, "What the?" Yeah, and that was part of my personal evidence to show that Valdez was being completely out of line, because afterward, of course, they tried to cover it up and say, "Oh no, it wasn't unintentional. No, it wasn't blah blah blah." But when I saw Anthony Volpe's face, I knew the truth.
And that was my personal evidence that Volpe stinks, because it was a fastball right down the middle, and he just took it all away. Didn't do anything with it. So, come on.
Man, shout out to Alan Alfred Theo, como tu ta? He said, how do you guys feel about K being the ultimate sip who thinks because he's announcing we know nothing, he's backing Yanks inactivity? No, I know exactly what you mean about that, and there's a lot going back and forth with like the media and stuff like that, and what happened with that. First of all, that lady, that journalist, that interaction she had with the head coach with the Jacksonville Jaguars, I thought was amazing. If you're hanging on that, you go fuck yourself. Honestly, just stub your toe. But this is the video that Ace was referencing to, and I just wanted to play it.
Sends that one to left. Altuve going
Dude, that's
back,
a terrible pitch.
watching this
Yeah,
one.
it is.
That's a slam the other way
That's a horrible pitch.
against the Giants.
93 right down the middle. Volpe took it.
Volpe's face was
Volpe's face. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked at the picture like, the fuck?
Just even more rare that both.
But to be fair, that's like Volpe's like face half the time during the
Hector,
game,
you're wrong for that.
Yeah.
You went too far.
But for me, hard
Volpe
pass
is
on
a
Framber,
good-looking guy.
He's okay. He's a good looker. He's a
He
good
is.
looker.
He is.
Cadzilla in the building said, "Would you sign a Rise for a year or 2 year, moving around the infield? I know he doesn't have the greatest glove, but his bat will be great for this lineup." If we had no DH, Luis Ariz would be the perfect DH for the New York Yankees. We have a DH in Giancarlo Stanton. That's the reason why Luis Ariz doesn't make sense with the New York Yankees.
Yeah. Where would you put him? Can't play second. Can't play first. Nowhere
You
for him
don't-
to go. So
You don't want Luis Ariz glove at first base and Anthony Volpe throwing to him from shortstop. You don't want that to happen.
no.
Is he a righty?
Lefty.
Ariz, he's a lefty.
Lefty.
And we
He's
need
a leadoff guy.
and we need more right-handed bats.
We do.
Nico
We really
Horner is
do.
a name that's thrown out there from the Chicago Cubs. What are you guys' thoughts on Nico Horner?
Yeah. I mean, he could cover short while Volpe is injured at the least. Well, man, see, I just threw Caballero to the Wolves just right off the bat. Dang,
Yeah.
Grace, what about Caballero?
Horner plays, when you look at, every position that he plays, he could play the outfield, but, we want Cody Bellinger for left field. He could play shortstop, but we're waiting on Anthony Volpe, and we have Caballero. He could play second base, but we have Jazz Chisholm. He could play third base, but you got Ryan McMahon making $16 million just to be a glove. First base he could play, but you have Ben Rice. So that the same question you have about Ariz is the same question you have for Nico Horner.
Yeah.
Where are
Can he
you
play
going
left
to
field?
play him?
Can you
So
play
then,
left?
so if we get him to play left field, then that's us just
Yeah.
washing our hands with Cody Bellinger, then, right?
Yeah, and Jason maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Nico's another one where it's going to cost you for 1 year. He's a free agent next year, but it's going to cost you a lot. Like he's a
Mhm.
guy that I would. You could sell me on it. You could sell me on an infield of Ryan McMahon in order going from left to right. Ryan McMahon, Nico Horner at short, Jazz at second, Ben Rice at first. You could sell me on that, but it's going to cost you. It's going to hurt because like he's a player that is still in his prime. Will be our leadoff guy on top of that. So you might be giving up some top end pitching prospects. Like you might see ERC gone, maybe LaGrange. Maybe even throwing a bat, but it's gonna hurt. I mean, but I would do it. I honestly would do it.
I want to take a second just so if you guys can throw some thoughts and prayers to Uncle Double A in the building, Theo Double A, who said he lost his sister to cancer yesterday, devastated that no one knows. Double A, we love you. Alan, we love you. You got my phone number. You can reach out. Thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. And with that note, if you guys can send some thoughts and prayers to everybody out there. If you have family members, start of the new year, new year, new calendar, but then like health issues pop up. My grandmother, she's in rehab for breaking her leg. My mom, she's in the hospital right now with pneumonia in her left lung and COVID. So she got a double whammy. So if you guys can throw thoughts and prayers in the chat, not only for myself, but for Double A and for anybody out there that's going through anything at the moment, appreciate y'all. I appreciate Grace and Ace for holding it down backstage when I told them about it. So love you guys.
Definitely.
Now back to shitting on the New York Yankees.
But all right, so let's go back to the Weathers conversation, right? Because we didn't really get to touch too much on that. I'm all for this move. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool move. It's not like a big it doesn't change my Yankee offseason grade. But if you make more moves, then this is a really good one in my opinion. Like I said, I think it's solid. He's a lefty that could average about 97. Obviously, it means he can hit 98, 99 at times. Filthy slider. Spot can give you a spot start from here or there, which is probably what it's going to have to be to start the season. But I think his value mostly comes out of the bullpen. I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table, and I'm excited to add a couple of new sound drops to him. Grace, I need your help. You ready? The weather outside is frightful.
Hey,
but the fire is so delightful. Yeah, that's gonna be his entrance music when he comes.
Oh,
in.
okay. I got you.
Yeah, but right over
Grace's
head. She's like,
no. The weather outside is frightful. I got you, but I thought you were gonna change some of the words.
No. But no, he's
you know what? I have something to say. I just thought of it, and I've been meaning to say it for weeks. I have great news for the Yankees. Are you ready for this? I have great news. I really, really do. I'm about to change the subject just a titch, and we're going to have some good news. Ready? There's going to be a challenge system this year in Major League Baseball. War is over. Okay? Aaron Judge will never be called out on a low strike 3 call again.
No, I can't wait for that.
That is weather. This is great news, honestly. So we're out here talking shit and worrying about this, that, whatever. Let's just remember that there is going to be something very exciting this season in baseball. I cannot wait for the challenge ABS system.
Same. Well overdue.
Yeah, but going back to the Ryan Weathers conversation. No, just real quick. I really like the move. He's a young starter. He's 25, 26 years old. He has 3 years of control. He has 5 pitches at his stage right now. The issue for Ryan Weathers has never been control, has never been stuff, has never been can he get people out at the major league level, because he can. He started the season last year, his first 3 or 4 starts to the season, he was 1-1 with a 1.50 ERA, averaging double-digit strikeouts per 9 innings to start the season last year. His issue over his career has been, can he stay healthy? And he only pitched in 35 or 38 innings last year for the Miami Marlins. Like Ace said, he has a fastball that touches 100 miles per hour. He has a changeup. He has a sweeper. He has a slider. He has a two-seam fastball as well. I like the move from Ryan Weathers. I look at him as, I don't think he's going to be the savior and be like the next Garrett Cole 2.0. No, I think he's a young project that it's, if you can unlock him, you could probably get something really good out of him over the next 3 years. For the Yankees this year, if you're a Yankee fan, I would say have your expectations for him inning-wise to be anywhere from 80 to 120 innings. If you could get 80 to 120 innings from Ryan Weathers, that's good in 2026. Build him up so you could get more innings out of him in 2027 and 2028. I just think he's going to be an interesting project for Matt Blake to work with.
Let me ask you this, Hector. After saying all that about Weathers, would you now then trade Luis Hill for Freddie Peralta in a package?
Yes, real quick. I just made a mistake because I was looking at my notes. It's not a two-seam fastball. He has a sinker that's like 97, 98. That's what the Yankees really like about him. Sorry about that. I just misread my notes. But if we get Ryan Weathers, and if we could package Luis Hill and a deal for Freddie Peralta, I'll do that in a heartbeat. But when it comes to Freddie Peralta, you got to understand he's a one year, he's one and done. He's going to be a free agent. The Yankees are going to be getting him just to be a higher mercenary just for the 2026 season. I don't think the Yankees.
But with all these young controllable pitchers that we have now, would you be willing to move on from one of them? And would that be Luis Hill? Luis Hill.
No, yeah, it would be Luis Hill, but it's going to, if you're going to trade for Freddie Peralta, it's going to be Luis Hill and extra in order to get him. And I would.
I honestly, I think I would too. And I like Luis Hill, but we got to win now with Aaron Judge.
Yeah. That's and Freddie Peralta is somebody that's a guarantee. You give him the qualifying offer, he's not accepted it. You're gonna get whatever you can back for him if he signs with some other team. So if you trade Luis Hill for 1 year of Freddie Peralta, you could get a 4th-round draft pick, some international money, and you have Freddie Peralta for 1 year if he can stay healthy for 2026. I think that's solid.
Heck, can you check the group chat? Can you pull that up? What I just sent you? Like Ryan Weathers definitely makes a couple of arms expendable. It irritates me though, Grace, right? If we're gonna flip Luis Hill, because that's what held up us trading for Kyle Tucker last year.
Yeah. And that's what the Yankees do.
And he didn't even play. He barely played. So
and
it's
that's what they do. That's what they do. They say, "Oh no, they're untouchable." And then what happens? A couple years go by and they trade them away, and you're like, "Yeah, okay, great."
And, I mean, I also think like I said, I think Ryan Weathers is very valuable coming out of the bullpen. He's gonna make a guy like Tim Hill expendable, like that lefty power thrower. But we're definitely gonna need him in the beginning of the season to eat up some innings. But like Hector was saying, he's gonna be very valuable when he's as long as we can keep those innings low.
So I got this pulled up.
Way through that one, 0-2.
On the 1-2 pitch, chases strike 3. On the
with 2 strikes, and that's why there aren't as many 300 hitters.
And Weathers.
Those are 3 good hitters.
Making him sweat. 2-2. He struck him out with a fastball.
Wow.
Left field.
Got him.
Weathers to Tucker, and the pitch from Weathers swung.
All great hitters. All great hitters, like you said, Ace.
Yeah, he's got good stuff. I like him. Like I said, I think it's a solid move. But it's not like World Series back on type move. But if we add other pieces, he's going to be an addition that can win us some games late in this season. Yeah,
and when you look at his injuries, he had a lat strain last year, and I think he had a UCL a strain as well last year. I'll look up his injuries.
I think it was just forearm. I don't think it was technically UCL. It might have been, but I thought it was forearm, which is
he had a left flexor muscle strain and a left lat strain in 2025. 2024, he had an index finger strain, which placed him on a 15-day IL, but he returned in September to finish the year. So it was literally just last year was his injury, like his injuries that he had that he dealt with was last year. Flexor muscle strain and then a lat strain.
Yeah, injuries
That's what
always been a
Schmidt
problem.
has, right? Schmidt's always doing lat stuff, I feel like. Isn't that what Clark's always dealing with?
Yeah.
Isn't that what Loizaga, what messed him up?
No, Loijica was like a shoulder situation that he happened. It was like the same thing that happened with Johan Santana happened with Jonathan Loizica, and his time with the Yankees finished because he signed with somebody else. I wish Jonathan Loizica the best. But let me shout out the chat as we continue. Shout out to my guy NYC C Money, Caleb in the building. Yeah, our guy Jonathan is in the building. Theo Nosebleed, Catzilla, John the Beagle Dad. Guys, if you guys can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got 175 people watching us collectively with 41 on YouTube. We're sitting on 32 likes on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, just hit that like button. Let's try to get to 40 or 50 likes as close as we can to 50 on the YouTube stream. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button as well. But I think the prospects that he gave up for Ryan Weathers, none of them was going to make the Yankees roster over the next 3 or 4 seasons, So you were able to take resources from players that aren't going to be on the big league team currently or within the next few years, and you were able to get a young pitcher who can help you out at the big league level and is cheap for the next 3 years and who has a high upside and high ceiling. If you can keep him healthy, I think it's a phenomenal. I think it's a solid move.
I totally agree.
From Cashman. Yeah,
it was a classic Cashman move. Like, get a guy that can help out the roster. You give up multiple prospects that no one could even name. Like Brendan Jones, he got some popularity last spring training, mostly because of Spencer Jones, because everybody was like, "Is this Spencer Jones?" Like, no, it's Brendan. But you give away 4 guys that, like Hector said, won't help this roster and will help the Yankees currently win with Ryan Weathers.
Yeah, and like Caleb said, Ryan Weathers' dad was traded to the Yankees 30 years ago and was a postseason hero that year. Fun fact, in 1996. It's crazy. 1996 was 30 years ago. That's crazy.
Dude,
that's the start of the dynasty.
Dude, the other day, my husband said it's the 30-year anniversary of Pokemon. And I was like, what? I think he said 30. It might have been 20, but either way, I was like devastated. That one really hit me.
No,
I think it was 30. 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We getting up there.
We getting up there, y'all.
It hit me a day when I was trying to put in the A's thing. They got you the scrolling thing now, and I'm like, I'm still scrolling. Like, I'm still scrolling.
Like, yeah, the FedEx guy or somebody came to deliver me something the other day, and they were like, "I got to get your birthday," and I told him, and he's scrolling, and I said, "You just came by to hurt my feelings." And the delivery guy was like, "No," and I was like, "Yeah, right. Get out of here." Texas style. Just kidding. Just kidding.
This is how I feel whenever that conversation happens. And they ask you, how old are you?
How old are you? Well, right now I'm 57 years old.
Damn.
How old are you?
Oh man.
There's that new TikTok trend where they're interviewing people in the workplace. They're like, when were you born? People are saying like the 2000s, whatever. And as soon as someone says 19, they cut them off and play like the Jurassic Park.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. That's funny.
Yeah. But no,
we're all blessed.
I like you're getting up there in age, and you've been a Yankee fan for a long time. If the son of a player is now on the New York Yankees and we're celebrating that. So shout out to Ryan Weathers. Listen, he looks like a good kid. He had a stat line his senior year of high school. I was looking it up. 11-0 with a 11-0 with a 0.14 ERA his senior year of high school.
I told you I felt old when last spring George Lombard Jr. was playing in some exhibition games, and he looked like an infant baby child to me. Then they showed his daddy in the stands, and I said, "Oh, his dad's fine." And then I said, "Wait a minute, I'm checking out the dad. I'm checking out the dad of the professional baseball player. How old am I? What time? What year is it? Like what?"
Hold on, I
Anyways.
have the stats right here. His 2018 at Laredo High School, he was an 11-0 with a 0.09 ERA and 76 innings. He struck out 148 batters.
Good for him.
He got good stuff. I like the move, but like Ace said,
That's why he got drafted high, I guess.
this is not the end of the offseason move. Like, this is not the final move of the offseason. No, this is, you made your first big, honestly, this is really like the first big splash that the Yankees made. Like, everything else was like minor league deals or like low deals or whatever, international re-signings. This is like the first major splash that the Yankees made.
This was the first move that we brought in, that we didn't just bring back somebody that was on the team last year. You know, we brought in somebody that could, you know, actually help us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fresh face. You know?
And I don't think Cashman's done. I think he's on the phone. I think he is wheeling and dealing right now. Unfortunately, Scott Boras and Cody are really holding up a lot of things that when that domino falls, or when the Tucker domino falls, I think things are going to pick up. But as of right now, it's kind of a wait and see. Boring.
Right there. Double A just brought up Don Mattingly. You think Don Mattingly will ever be in the Yankees universe, in the Yankees uniform as a coach ever again?
I don't think so. I think it could have happened. It should have happened already.
What about you, Grace?
Yeah, I agree, and I hate to say that.
No, I hate to say it also, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't think we'll see Don Mattingly as a coach for the New York Yankees ever again. Fortunately, I was able to have that when I was in high school, when I was in junior high school, growing up as a young Yankee fan, when he was a part of the coaching staff with Joe Torre. It sucks.
I mean, and this is some of the frustration by Yankee fans by not keeping your own in the organization. Like, you have so many greats that you could just constantly bring back. Like, you know, for the old timers day, you're bringing them back, and there's a whole new like group of great players that we would love to see back. Like Jorge Posada is a guy, for me, I would love to see back in this Yankees organization. Bernie Williams, you know, he shows up, but I would love to see him back. Derek Jeter, you know, like, there are so many greats that you have, and they're just like talking about the Yankees instead of actually being a part of the organization. Alex Rodriguez, same thing.
Shout out to Bernie Williams. He was at Carnegie Hall Tuesday night. Folks from Latino Sports was able to cover it. My guy Joel from All Star Media. It was an amazing performance. If you guys haven't seen any of the footage, make sure you guys go online. Keith McPherson put something out about it as well. Also, Ray Negron, Yankees bat boy, if you guys know, big legend in Yankees circle, he put something out as well. He was working with the production behind the scenes. So shout out to Bernie Williams and everybody who had a hand in that performance at Carnegie Hall. Who else was there? Jose Reyes was there. Francisco Lindor and his wife was there as well. So it was amazing. But back to the Yankees conversation. When it comes to Don Mattingly, I think it should have happened already. He's with Philadelphia. I think ultimately that's where Bo Bichette, if Bo Bichette doesn't return to Toronto, I think he winds up in Philly with Don Mattingly. They had a real great relationship. You saw it anytime Toronto was in New York, whether it was the Mets or the Yankees, most of the Yankees, you always saw Don Mattingly and Bo Bichette like working on the field together. Like, you always saw them together. So I definitely think if Bo doesn't return to Toronto, he's going to wind up in Philadelphia. And if Bo doesn't return to Toronto, that means that Kyle Tucker signs with the Toronto Blue Jays.
I really think, despite what Yankees fans feel or think or want, that the front office loves Aaron Boone. I don't think he's had any pressure really to speak of on him. And I think they just absolutely love him. I think we're going to have him for a while, y'all. I mean, we've already had him for a long time, a generation. And Aaron Judge loves Boone. Aaron Judge loves Boone. As long as Aaron Judge is the captain, I think they're attached at the hip. I really do, and I would be just really shocked to my core if they moved on from Boone in the next, I don't know, 5 years for sure.
Grace, you mean to tell me that Aaron Boone is going to be the Yankees Mike Tomlin? Is what you're saying? He's going to be here for 16, 18, 19, 20. Is that what you're telling me?
You know what? That's actually a really good comp. Because when Mike Tomlin stepped down, universally, I feel like NFL players and former players and current players universally love Mike Tomlin and respect him. And the fans of the Steelers were like, get him out. I don't want to speak for the Steelers fans, but they were tired,
No, they are.
right? Okay,
no,
good.
they were.
But yeah, that's actually a really good comp, Hector, actually.
Yeah. No, I bring that up because I remember even like dating back like 10 years ago, whatever, that like the way that Steeler fans would talk about him is like the way that you hear Yankee fans talking about Aaron Boone. My fault. Go ahead, Ace.
Yeah.
No. See, and this is where our different fandoms like kind of contradict themselves, right? Because us as Yankee fans get held to a higher standard where we're like, yo, we got to go championship, right? We would, that's what it comes down to. But us as Giant fans, heck would tell you, we would kill for mediocre success. Like, we would kill just to be in it. The Yankees are in it every year, and it's just not good enough because we're held to a different standard as Yankee fans. You want to call us spoiled? Sure. But Grace is out here stressing me out, talking about Aaron Boone going to be here for the next couple of, because I know it's true.
So.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
I don't know where my water bottle's at. Hold it down, guys. I'll be right back.
You're good. And I know it's true because like when I was doing my recap, I was looking back at some of my rants about Aaron Boone. I was like, do I really want to go through more years of this shit? I really don't. I really don't want to go through more years of screaming fire Boone and stuff like that because look, regular season, good coach. Good manager. Can't put anything against him. Postseason hasn't been there. There are other managers out there that I feel like, manage circles around Aaron Boone, and that's what's the frustrating part. Especially when he goes against Alex Cora.
I know you love Alex Cora.
No, it's not that I don't like Alex. I'm envious that
him.
Alex Cora steps up and gives it to the Yankees.
You like his attitude, I think, right? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
Oh no, you good.
But yeah, I think they like Aaron Boone. I think they think Aaron Boone has done a great job overall managing a team, and the players all like him. There's been no real friction there to speak of between any of the players, especially the stars and the manager. So they think that's a success. I really, yeah. And Aaron Judge, like I said, leads the conversation. He loves Aaron Boone. You want to keep Aaron Judge happy? I just don't see him going anywhere, y'all. I really don't.
And by that same logic, you want to keep Aaron Judge happy? Bring back Cody Bellinger. That's what makes me think of that. Like, what, 7 years? Aaron Judge, I mean, like, this is what makes me think the Yankees will acquiesce to Scott Boras because, like, if Aaron Judge wants it, you got to make the captain happy.
They're not going to
7 years, a long time.
without another team in the chat.
I hope.
Listen,
there's nobody else right now. Why are they going to bid against themselves? They're not going to. So I hope they don't too.
If I am Brian Cashman, I love you, Judge, but if I am Brian Cashman, if he calls me up and he say, "Hey, you got to get that Cody Bellinger deal done. You got to get whatever you got to do. I don't care what it is. You call up and you give him 7 years right now." If I'm Brian Cashman, I just say one name. I'm like, Aaron, Alex Verdugo. Now hang up the phone. Now hang up the phone. Anthony Rizzo, hanging up the phone.
Yeah.
Aaron Hicks, hanging up the phone. Those are all your homies. Those are all your friends.
And this is why, like, I don't know. I hate to keep bringing up the other sports, right? But, the Ravens owner had a press conference. And, to me, the stuff that he was saying was one of the realest things an owner could ever say. He was asked, like, when searching for a new head coach, are you going to include Lamar Jackson? And he sat there and said, I will get his opinion, but I have the power. I value what he says, but he's not making the calls. And that's what it needs to be.
I don't know, man. This is, and then this is why I'm happy that I'm not an owner of a billionaire franchise, because it's like, I love Cody. I think Cody Bellinger is awesome, right? 7 years, I don't know. Like I said, if you're the Yankees, you sit down with your finance people, you get creative with a contract, you offer him 5 years at 165. With an opt-out after the third year. If you decline the opt-out, you automatically get a 6-year at the end for the same AAV. From the Yankees, that's what I'm doing. That 165 goes from 165 to 200. You get 200 for 6 years.
All I'm saying is they don't need to do that right now because nobody else is offering Cody Bellinger jack shit. It's like, I have this car, I have to sell it this weekend. And you're like, all right, I'll give you $20,000. And they're like, okay, well, I'm trying to get more than that. Crickets, crickets. Nobody else is around. Crickets, crickets. And then you're like, I'll give you $40,000. It's like, why would you do that? Nobody else is offering them money. You just chill and wait. And that's what the Yankees are supposedly doing. And they better not up themselves, because that's how they get got by Scott Boras. That's what Scott Boras wants them to do. Scott Boras, bring me another offer then. Bring me a competitive offer that I need to then top. Otherwise, see,
my God.
We've been on too long, and I knew it. A fuck Scott Boras was going to come out at some point.
I just wanted since we needed a reset from the F Scott Boras comment. This is what Ace was referring to.
What year were you born?
2000. 2001.
1980.
Watch out for the music. Yeah, watch the music with
What year were you?
Yeah, so that's a nice reset.
Since we also need a reset from the F Scott Boras. So last show was the first show that we did in the new year, and you guys got to show off your Christmas presents, and I actually left mine at my girl's house, so I didn't get to show them off until today. So she hooked your boy up. You know what I'm saying? I got the Aaron Judge Funko Pop.
Hey, shout out to her.
As much as I love green. As much as I love the green screen, I'm trying to move away from it to get nice displays like you guys, what you guys have in the background. So
I got a trash ass.
But it's not finished yet. I've seen your displays. It's not. You're in the process of moving.
Okay.
So
what is that, Ace?
She also got me a LED Yankees light.
What?
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, that's
fire.
That
That's
is
dope.
awesome.
And then she also got me a Ace of Hearts light as well to go in the back.
What?
So yeah.
You know what? W's in the chat for great
awesome.
for Ace's girl. W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat. Put the W's in the chat.
Yeah, she did the damn thing, and then lastly got me this computer mic. I mean this computer mat.
Oh,
Hey,
that's so great.
that's dope.
So it also serves as a mouse pad as well. So she did a damn thing. So thanks, babe.
That's awesome. Shout out to Sean Browning in the chat who says, awesome merch, Ace. Absolutely. Shout out to you, Sean Browning. I hope all is well. Happy New Year's to you. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Happy whatever you celebrate, brother.
Yeah, I'm still loving my Giancarlo Stanton Jedi right here with the blue lightsaber. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, so there's like a whole color lore with the sabers.
Yes.
Like if you have green or blue or obviously red or purple, whatever. So I think it's very fitting that they made Giancarlo Stanton a Guardian with the blue lightsaber. Love my little.
Yeah, Yankees need to get back to rocking the red sabers. You need to get back to being the evil empire.
Oh, see, all right.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I gotta agree with that. Got to get back to being the evil empire that we know you of. Because as of right now, you're not the evil empire. I don't know what the Yankees are, but they're not the evil empire. They need to get back to being that. Like I remember when it was announced that the Yankees signed Johnny Damon, and I remember running to the newsstand to get that daily news, and it had the evil empire is back. They haven't been that in years.
Well, red kyber crystals burn hotter, but also not as long. So I don't think y'all are ready for this conversation. They're synthetic. Man. They're not from the caves. Okay, how deep do you want to go in this Star Wars lore? Because I'm getting ready.
All right, great. Grace, you were you a fan of the Disney Star Wars?
And that's all we have for today,
and
guys.
That's all we have.
There's a new movie coming out, though.
No, I like some of it and some of it not.
I like the TV. I like the stuff on TV. I like the stuff on Disney Plus. Like I like the miniseries. I'm big into that because you get more hours and more storytelling. And Grace is checked out, y'all.
Don't get me going. Please don't get me going on like the old EU and how they canceled the canon and they changed it. Like, please don't get me going. But let's just say,
bro, she knows the names and abbreviations of shit.
I told y'all I'm a big Star Wars fan. So I think it's so cool that the Yankees have that Star Wars Day every year, and they always do like a Star Wars bobblehead or whatever. And I know they did a Cole one. They did a Stanton one last year, and when they did it, I remember saying to my husband, like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I just think that's so cool. I wish I could get one of those. And then, of course, my husband was like, on the internet, ordering one behind my back. I was so surprised when I opened my present and found that. So it was really cool. Shout out to the significant O's out there making it happen.
We're three lucky individuals.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because my girlfriend got me my Megazord that's behind me. You know, shout out to her Astro Megazord. If you guys know, Power Rangers in space is a deep cut.
That's right. The best Power Ranger series.
Yeah, absolutely. Highest viewed Power Ranger series of all time.
We're just three nerds up here.
Back to the Yankee conversation.
We're three nerds up here talking about professional athletes. All right, let's be very clear.
So Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
Hector, Sean Brownie says, Hector, do you think the Peralta deal is a reality? Freddie Peralta will be back. No, I'm joking. Listen, when it comes to Freddie Peralta, it's 50-50 right now. Is it a move that I would like the Yankees to make? 100%. Absolutely. Is it a move that I think the Yankees front office will make? I don't know. He's a rental. What do you be willing to give up for that rental? If you sign Cody Bellinger, is that automatic? Okay, Jason Dominguez, Spencer Jones, you guys are cannon fodder just because we need to get some mercs in here. We need to get a guy for 1 year. I'm not sure if that's the game plan that Brian Cashman wants to go with, but if I'm Cashman, I'm making a deal for Freddie Peralta. Or I'm engaging in the conversation because it's going to come down to the Yankees are in the mix. The Mets are in the mix for Freddie Peralta. They got the Phillies in the mix as well for Freddie Peralta. And if it's the Mets and the Phillies, the Yankees prospects, they aren't ranked as high as the Mets and the Phillies prospects, and the Yankees are going to lose that negotiation. The only thing that gives the Yankees a leg up over the Mets or the Phillies is the fact that we're willing to trade Luis Hill, who was the Rookie of the Year, who has proved it that he could pitch at the major league level, and he's not just a prospect in the minors waiting for a chance. So that's one light that the Yankees are actually above both the Mets and the Phillies in the negotiations for Freddie Peralta.
Yeah. I'd be willing to sweeten the Peralta deal by throwing in a premier player if it came with the contract extension. Like, why not? Say, yo, we'll make this trade, but you got to sign this contract extension. So,
I think the Yankees, when you look at the financial commitments that they have to their starting rotation already, Garrett Cole's making $36 million. After 2026, Max Fried's AAV is going to go from 16 to 31 million. Carlos Rodon is making 27 to 28 million. And with that already committed to the books, yes, Rodon and Garrett Cole are free agents in 2028. I think if the Yankees were to commit to another starting pitcher for a high AAV, it's either Paul Skeens or Tariq Skubal. I don't think it's Freddie Peralta.
It's going to be very interesting.
Still going to be a while for Skeens, though.
And let's
everybody next year.
The Red Sox added, and yet y'all were telling me in our text messages that the Yankees are still favored to win the AL East.
Yeah.
And that's without Cody Bellinger?
That's without Cody Bellinger. And I know a lot of people. Ranger Suarez is a phenomenal pitcher. He was a reliever. He was a closer. They turned him into a starter. Phenomenal pitcher, right? He's never pitched more than 26 games in a season for his career. You know, they invested all that money into him. Hopefully it works out for them if you're a Red Sox fan, but I'm not that scared of Ranger Suarez. I'm sorry. I still like our starting rotation over the Red Sox. Call me a Yankee homer or a Yankee fan that's just biased. Call whatever you want. I just like the Yankees starting rotation over the Boston Red Sox.
I can't sleep on their rotation.
I'm not gonna sleep on
Garrett
it. I'm not
Crochet.
saying I'm not gonna say I'm gonna sleep on it, but I'm not. I still like ours better.
Yeah, Garrett Crochet, Brian Bayo, who pitches well against us as well. You added Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray's still solid. You added and then their back end of the rotation. The back end of the bullpen is still pretty solid as well. They have a solid pitching staff, no doubt. But what's going to hurt them is losing Bregman, because I'm pretty sure they were really hoping Bregman was going to come back. So
yeah, and the names that you just mentioned, right? Let's just go tit for tat real quick. Let's just be that real quick. Let's go back and forth. An injured Garrett Cole coming back from injury. I'll give Garrett Crochet. I'll give them Garrett Crochet. Brian Bello or Max Fried.
I would lean towards Max Fried.
Sonny Gray or Carlos Rodon, who's like a Mr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
That might be a toss-up. That to me could be a 50-50 right there. Yeah.
No way. Rodon's better.
Sonny Gray's
good days and bad days.
But Sonny Gray's ERA was damn near 4 coming from the National League Central.
Yeah.
Rodon's better.
Like I'm looking. Okay, but we don't know which Rodon we're getting back. That's the big
True,
thing. Like
true,
that's my biggest thing. We don't know which Garrett Cole we're getting back. I got to see it first. Like Rodon, phenomenal. I still think Rodon gets overhated for the New York Yankees, especially after the rocky first year. He was dealing with injuries, the kissing to the fans. None of that shit helped for real. And it just added to the pressure for him. Last year he lost a lot of weight, looked like he was healthier than he's ever been, had a great season. But elbow issues scare me. They really do. So we got to see which Rodon we're getting back. But if Rodon's healthy, Carlos Rodon easily.
But even with those up and downs, even with all that turmoil, like Sean Browning just pointed out, back-to-back 15 wins.
Yeah.
Back-to-back 15-win seasons for Rodon.
Let me just say, I feel like Rodon is a dog and Sonny Gray is a bitch.
Are you saying that because he couldn't handle it here?
Of course.
And he was talking a lot of hot shit once he arrived in a Boston uniform. Listen, like I said, I like our starting rotation. You did, and then you look at the back end of our rotation when you throw in Cam Slittler into the conversation. We still have Luis Hill, who did win Rookie of the Year. We do have Will Warren, who looks like a promising young starting pitcher as well. We got Ryan Weathers, who we just got in the trade. So I do like I just meant the 1 through 3 for the New York Yankees, and then all those 4 pitches that I just mentioned. I like our starting rotation. Now, if you want to talk about bullpen, I'll give it up to them because Aroldis Chapman, I don't know what type of Cuban coffee that man drinking in Boston, or he found the Boston tea that was tossed into the Boston Harbor. But Aroldis Chapman has rediscovered himself with the Boston Red Sox, and he's a lot more dangerous now than what he was when he first came into the league, and that's just scary to say. The man's 37, 38 years old, still throwing 103, 104 miles per hour as Grace and her dog are having a war over there. Yeah.
He thinks somebody's here. Nobody's here.
And Garrett Whitlock's a problem in the back of their rotation as well, the back of their bullpen as well. So,
True.
Like I said, I think we're a better team than them. But the biggest thing is they play us tough. They're very feisty. And the one thing that they have over us, Alex Cora is better than Aaron Boone. He manages circles around that dude. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And I gotta agree with Tony. With Tony Smith right here. We still need offense. 100%, Tony. 100%. What's your name? Tony. What's your name? Ezekiel. Fuck you, Tony.
Oh, classic.
I love that video. I want to get down.
What's your dog's name, Grace?
Moose.
Moose.
Moose. My husband named him. Stupid name. Ugh.
Oh, that's an awesome name. What are you talking about? Moose. Like Stephen B said, or Stephen B said, we got 42 likes. Smack that like button if you can. We got 190 people watching us collectively on YouTube, on Instagram, on X, on Facebook. We appreciate all of you guys. If you guys can, make your way over to YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's see. Last topic before we get out of here. What do you guys want to touch on real quick? Carl in the chat says my dog's name is Tony. That's hilarious. Shout out to you, Carl. Carl with a K.
The last thing I wanted to say before we get out is, I personally feel like, this is just my personal opinion based on nothing but my personal feeling. I feel like Cody Bellinger loved being a Yankee last year. Unfortunately, perhaps for us, I feel like he checked off a lot of boxes last year for the Yankees. He wanted to play for the Yankees like his dad. He did that. Check. Mm-hmm. He wanted to wear his dad's number. He did that. Check. He had Old Timers Day with his father coming back and him as a Yankee player. Check. He went to the postseason as a Yankee. Check. He played with Captain Aaron Judge. Check. He checked off a lot of his criteria that he wanted to fulfill in his career already. I do not see Cody Bellinger taking a discount to return to the New York Yankees the way that our Captain Aaron Judge did. We mentioned this a little bit earlier in the show, and I wanted to say that you cannot expect a player to do that. Mm-hmm. You cannot ask a player to do that. They deserve to make as much money as they can at the end of the day. I'm on the side of the player making as much money as they want. However, when a player does do that, when they do take a discount because they love the fans, because they love the city, because they love being a New York Yankee, that is something to be lauded forever. And that's why Captain Aaron Judge, the perennial MVP, the future Hall of Famer, the batting title champion, the rookie of the year, the home run king, will always be number one.
Aaron Judge is the best hitter in baseball. I don't care what you think. Talking about the MVP.
Talking about the MVP, Aaron Judge.
Well spoken, Grace. You got to clip that. Mm-hmm. That was inspirational right there.
Yeah, definitely do. Mark that real quick so it could be clipped. To piggyback of what Grace just said, 2026 is going to be an interesting season. I can't wait for spring training. I know they played with it last year when it came to the ABS system, automatic ball strike system. I can't wait for the regular season for Aaron Judge. Of course, Aaron Judge is going to get the green light to be able to use that whenever we. Who's a player that you don't want to use that?
ABS?
Yeah. What's up?
Don't waste it.
I'm serious.
Don't waste it.
I would say Volpe's funny. I saw someone mentioning Volpe on Twitter when they were talking about it. Somebody on Twitter was like, they would love to see Jazz's reaction after getting humbled when he gets it wrong. I'm like, that's not just gonna be Jazz, it's gonna be like every other player in baseball. But I would say one player that won't need to use it as much, because I think they have great understanding of the strike zone, is Jason Dominguez if he's on the New York Yankees. I want to see how Jason Dominguez navigates the ABS system. And shout out to Sean Brownie. I want to see Wells use it too, because
I agree with
one thing I liked whenever I watched the minor league highlights or games, or whenever I went to Tampa and I saw Jason Dominguez play, him challenging, he always got it right. Whenever
Exactly.
Jason Dominguez challenged it, he always got it right. Anytime I watched the game, any highlights, he always got it right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's had a lot of experience with it. More time with it in the minors than the other guys.
That's true. I want to see Stanton use it. I want to see Stanton get called out for something terrible, use it, get it correct, very next pitch, out of here. That's what I want to see.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. That'd be good. Stanton would be funny, like Sean Brownie said, and especially if it's a scenario that you paint, that would be good. The rumors about Kyle Tucker. What do you guys think before we go? Where do you guys think he's gonna go? I have he's going to Toronto. I don't think he wants to play in a big market.
I'm gonna say this. I think he'll end up in Toronto, but I want him to go to the Mets. Because as a Yankee fan, we would hear it every day, but it really doesn't affect us as much as it would affect us if he was playing in Toronto or if he already went to the Dodgers, which would make them pretty much Thanos over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Mets would impact me the least. So I hope that he kind of goes to the Mets, but I think he'll end up a Blue Jay.
I don't know.
I would say, like I said, he's going to Toronto. And guys, shout out to my guy JV in the building. Make sure you guys follow and subscribe to his YouTube channel. JV, if you guys want, drop it in the video. That way I can highlight it. Like I said, he's going to Toronto. When it would be announced, I don't know. But to Ace's point, I want him out of Toronto because he's not going to be in the AL East. Right. If the Blue Jays sign Kyle Tucker, they're favored
easily
to win the AL East. They're going to be favored to win the AL East. Even if Bo Bichette goes someplace else with Kyle Tucker, they're favored to win the AL East. But I want Kyle Tucker to go somewhere else. I don't want him to go to Queens because then Met fans are going to be talking all the goddamn time. But I don't want, go ahead, Grace.
Well, you just know the Mets are always going to Met.
Unless
the Mets are,
I was gonna say unless the Yankees sign back Belly. If the Yankees sign back Belly, I think we'll still be favored.
If the Yankees,
even if Tucker is a J.
Like I said last week, if the Yankees already re-signed Bellinger, Jason Dominguez is traded for Edward Cabrera.
No, Spencer Jones is traded.
They're both traded. They're both traded. They're both traded. TC says anywhere but the Dodgers. Listen, I know a lot of people, it's like the good thing now is like, the fun thing is like to hate on the Dodgers. I don't hate on the Dodgers. The Dodgers are doing what every team, I'm gonna say this again. The LA Dodgers, their ownership group, they're doing what every ownership group or every team should be doing in Major League Baseball, spending money, putting out the best team out there to win a championship. It's not the Dodgers' fault that the Red Sox use Mookie Betts to get out of bad contracts. It's not the Dodgers' fault. It's not the Dodgers' fault that the Atlanta Braves and Freddie Freeman's representation had that running round. It's not the Dodgers' fault. Same thing like the Tampa Bay Rays with Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow. They didn't want to pay them. They traded them away. That's not the Dodgers' fault. You should be mad at the teams and the owners that didn't want to spend money to improve their team. That's why the Dodgers are where they're at right now.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them at all. If anything, like I said, I'm jealous of them because they're doing what it takes to put a championship product on the field. Back-to-back years. Might be 3. We don't know,
That would hurt.
And the Dodgers were dog shit for some years. Like, it was really bad, to the point that Major League Baseball had to get involved and force a sell of the dot. They came in and they said, you're being ran so bad, we have to come in and force a sell of the team. When's the last time that happened in sports?
What happened to the Yankees?
Oh!
Because how? It's frustrating because I'm like, how I want you to wake up. But then when he speaks, I'm like, never mind, bro. Go back to sleep, bro.
Y'all, I don't know. It could be worse. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
The devil you know and the devil you don't know.
Yeah. But I'm excited to get baseball back, and it's gonna start with the winner with the WBC.
Yes,
we're all excited about that. I can't wait for that to kick off. Shout out to Jace Custodio in the building. What's good, brother?
Yes, my guy JC.
But yeah, it's just gonna be good to have competitive baseball back for in March, and then I'm excited to see some of these new players that, you don't really get to see too often. Some Japanese players. I'm very excited to see what they can do on the big stage as well. Some guys might be posting in a couple of years, so should be interesting. But the 3 front runners seem to be Japan, Dominican Republic, and USA.
Yeah. I can't wait for the WBC. I will be down there covering it in both Puerto Rico and Miami. So I'm gonna be down there for the entire all 3 rounds. First round will be in Puerto Rico. I'll be down there with Latino Sports. Just to let you guys know, Latino Sports, we are teaming up with the World Baseball Classic organization. We present the Latino MVP Award in Major League Baseball. The first 3 award winners were Ruben Sierra, Juan Gonzalez, and Carlos Baerga, all 3 Puerto Ricans. They never got the award that we give right now, which is a one-on-one water painting by a guy named James Fiorentino. James Fiorentino works with the Yogi Berra Museum. He works with the MLB Hall of Fame. His paintings are like $10,000, $12,000 a pop. So we're going to be presenting the same award that we do now to the first 3 award winners in Puerto Rico with the World Baseball Classic, collaborating with them. So it's going to be an amazing event. So make sure you guys are following and subscribe to Latino Sports, Uptown Sports TV. I'm following me on all social media platforms. Go ahead, Grace.
You're gonna meet Juan Gon?
Yes, Juan Gonzalez, Carlos Baerga, who I already met at the winter meetings, and Ruben Sierra, who I interviewed last year. Yes.
Wow. You're gonna meet Juan Gon.
Yes,
Wow.
and I have something else also that I was saving to share on stream with you. I think I told it to Ace last week, but also this year for 2026, shout out to my guy C Money Caleb, who is in the building. Latino Sports will be teaming up to be doing Yankees watch party during the season with a former Yankee, former World Series champion winning. You ready, Grace? Chuck Knobloch.
What? Are you kidding?
With Chuck Knobloch and Shane Spencer. We're going to be doing watch parties whenever they're in New York, doing autograph signings. We're going to be collaborating with them. So we'll let you guys know for the details for the 2026 season. So make sure you guys are tuned in. We're doing a lot of great stuff this year.
That's so exciting. That's my Aggie.
I know. That's why I know you're gonna be excited about it. That's one of the first things I told his representation. I was like, yeah, my co-host, she's an Aggie girl. Just know it's going to get real.
That's awesome. That's so exciting.
Yes.
Well, Hector, as always, doing big things. We're all so proud of you.
No, this is for this community and for this chat, because anytime we do these watch parties, we're going to be going live on Uptown Sports TV. So everybody will be in the building for the watch parties with us. If you can't be at the bar or wherever we're doing it at, you'll be able to join us on YouTube. So make sure to tune in for that. It's going to be a good one. Plus, we got the post-game show that we're going to be doing. Just to let you guys know, I confirmed it last night. Delulu Yankee fan will be a part of our post-game show that we'll be doing on Uptown Sports TV. And Delulu Yankee fan, my guy Alex, will be doing content with me at Yankee Stadium for Latino Sports, interviewing fans in the stands. So shout out to my bro Delulu Yankee fan, who is in the hopefully he's still in the chat. I know he was watching at work. So shout out to my guy Delulu Yankee fan, and of course my guy Yankee Dave, who is in the building January 21st. Next Saturday, if you guys are January 21st, it's a Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday, if you guys in the tri-state area, make sure you guys go on Keith McPherson's social media account, go on his Instagram, go on his Twitter, go on his TikTok. He's collabing with Bleecker Street Cards. They're doing a roundtable for content creators. So if you're somebody who wants to be a content creator, don't know how to get into the door, you want to be a part of a Q&A, you can come down to Bleecker Street Card Trading or Bleecker Street Trading. Go on Keith McPherson's social media, check out all the information. I'll be there next week, Wednesday. So it's a roundtable for a lot of content creators. If you have any questions, you'll be able to ask whatever questions to get whatever information. It's going to be a good one. Sorry about that. Shout out to my guy TC Stills. I love you, TC Stills. Miss you also. Let's shout out the chat as we get ready to get up out of here. My guy Jonathan, who is in the building. 8MTA718 is in the building, who says, I worked out in the gym with Juan Gonzalez, A-Rod, and Pudge Rodriguez when they all played for Texas, when they were down to Florida for spring training. in Port Charlotte. That's
That's
fire.
that is
Shout out to you, brother. That's dope.
Yeah, Juan Gonzalez is a major legend around these parts where I live down here. He is. I mean, that's so cool. That is so cool.
Also, too, Juan Gonzalez, he is he is a legend in Puerto Rico. He is legendary status in Puerto Rico. And just so you guys know, as we get out of here, I just want to play this. This is the video that we was referencing earlier.
What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel! Fuck you! Fuck you! Hey, you know what I did last night? You better not bring my mother into this! You know what I did? You better not! I broke that fly over there! Oh! But I fucked your mother next to it! Fuck you, Ezekiel!
Appreciate everybody who is in the chat. Thank you guys for the laughs. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead.
Wait, have you seen the one where there's like a seal running from a killer whale and he jumps up on the boat? Oh my gosh. That is one of my favorite like animal videos that's gone viral where he's like, I'm not going nowhere.
I'm not going nowhere.
You see that
I'm
guy
staying right here. Yeah.
And she's like, you have to get out. And he's like, nope, I'm not going nowhere. So funny.
One thing that I love about my TikTok For You page is the that type of content.
Yeah,
the Animal Planet type of content. That's the stuff that I get. My guy Carl in the building. I appreciate you. JV said that's Cashman and Boris fighting over Bellinger. Yeah, 100%. I 100% believe that. Yeah, Sean Browning, Posada will be fun to see as a manager. 100%. That's somebody that I would love to see as a manager. Stephen B, great show. I appreciate you. Shout out to the super chats. Frankie Bagadonis, I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Hoping to keep the lights on. Theo Nosebleed section, gifting membership. Dev Finch being a member as well. Richie Squires, thank you so much. David Cohen, appreciate you for the 2 super chats you gave. Miguel S, AA as well. Thoughts and prayers to Theo AA and his family as they're going through what they're going through right now. I appreciate you, AA. Appreciate everybody who was in the building. Sunil was in the building. How are you doing? Shout out to you, my guy. TC Stills, my brother. Who else was here? Yankee Dave, can't wait to be in Yankee Stadium with you. Jason Custodio, my guy JC. I can't wait to do some content with JC during the season as well. Me, Alex, JC, Ace, Delulu Yankee fan who is in the building. But guys, until next time, I'm Hector.
I'm Grace Monroe.
Yours truly, the Ace.
And this has been another episode of the Yankees
Morning Brew.
And until next time, we'll be back. Peace, arrivederci, salutations, drink something nice, say something nice about yourself, and deuces.